Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. We just got finished doing our live stream on the channel, and shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Numbers are growing like crazy. We're having a great time. Had a little bit of an issue tonight because I had gotten everything set up perfect for the live stream software. It's literally like a whole production thing. If you would actually see what it is on there, I have a regular mixing board that has all of my microphones and everything that go into it. So there's my microphone, there's another one if I have a guest, there's the laptop that's hooked up to that, then there's a second laptop for the other Skype channel, then there's a feed for the phone if I hook up the phone, so that way when people call in that it's two-way. So when I talk, that it goes to all those devices, as well as all those devices coming back through the headphones into the system, into the software on the computer. So that's the first mixer that's there. Then there's a second mixer that's there as well, because all of the inputs, each one of the cameras have their own microphones as well, as opposed to also having the mixer that goes in. The software company went through and they did an update. I installed the update. Well, the problem was when I installed the update, everything went. So I already had set up my graphics and stuff, so it says Mark Holmes host and Joe Boo Sports Report. So all I had to do is push a button and that goes on. When I go to live stream, you push the button and it just goes live. Well, the problem is it took off YouTube, the Vimeo account, everything. It just wiped out. And I thought I had it all hooked up. And so when I turned it back on, it was reading one of the cameras was what was actually going out as the input, not realizing which one was actually the one. Anyway, it was a pain in the butt, but we finally got it together, thank God. But anyway, today was a productive day for the Cowboys. They ended up bringing some people in, and as we thought that they were asleep at the wheel, apparently they're not. They're doing what the Cowboys have been doing the last couple of years, and that is value shopping. One thing the Cowboys have learned is just because you get a big name person or somebody who's done well elsewhere doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily fit your system. A lot of times free agent players are great because of the system they played with and the players around them. You can look at Alvin Harper. Alvin Harper was a product of the Dallas Cowboys offense being as good as it was. You had Michael Irvin, who was, the deep threat. You had the offensive line, best offensive line in football. You had Troy Aikman, a super accurate passer. And you had everything going for you, where you didn't have to be the guy. You could be just another guy, but you had great numbers because of everything that went on around you. And the same thing can be said about defensive linemen. A lot of times, because you have one guy that's really, really good, he's getting double teams all the time, you're now getting single out there. You're the second guy they're worried about. But then when you leave because you had great numbers because that guy did all the work, you go there and you're the guy that now is getting the double teams. You're the number one wide receiver as opposed to the number two. You get exposed that you're not as good as everybody thinks you are. And when you get these big name free agents, the cost of them is so much that you can't afford to keep them for more than a year or two. So that's the problem you have in free agency. So tomorrow in Dallas, we got Eric Berry coming in. Eric Berry. Eric Berry's coming in, who's had a heel issue. We don't know what the condition is on it. He's only played in 3 games over the last 2 years, and we'll see how the Cowboys doctors feel about it and whether or not he's going to sign. In our chat, some people are saying, oh man, sign him for a 3-year deal, $20 million. It's like, no, this needs to be a prove-it deal. This needs to be a dirt cheap deal to say, I'm trying to get a name for himself. That's what New England does. New England takes guys who have been down like a year or two, and they say, listen, come to our place. You get an opportunity to try and challenge for a Super Bowl, and you have a chance to turn your career back around and then go get paid elsewhere. And that's what they do, and they are masters of it. That's why they're never in cap hell. That's why they're able to constantly turn over the roster. And the Cowboys, I always say this, and people go ahead and say, you can't compare us to New England. I didn't say we're New England. I said we're doing things like New England would do. And that is to try and go ahead, instead of spending a boatload of money on a couple of guys, spend little parts of money on a lot of good guys. So when you see us sign guys that say, okay, instead of getting flash, like an Antonio Brown, we're getting substance, like defensive linemen. Guys that can be part of a rotation to help stop the other teams. So we can throw wave after wave of guys being fresh. Now we have Malik McDowell, another guy who's coming in tomorrow, who was Seattle Seahawks 35th pick. Seattle second round pick. He was picked 35th. A guy who had a lot of promise, but was in an ATV accident and don't know what exactly got hurt, but they ended up releasing him. And for them to release a guy second round pick, you don't usually give up on those guys that quick. So the Cowboys are going to be kicking the tires on him to see what he's got and see if there's something that we can do with that. See Michael Anthony over here at the door. I guess he wants something or needs something. And of course, since tomorrow they're looking at injured players, I think I'm going to show up there in Texas. Somebody said I might be a defensive tackle. What do you guys think? I can get off the keto diet and put some more weight on it. I'm 5'11" and about 260. Maybe I can be that fire hydrant, put on an extra 100 pounds. I can just lay in the middle there. What do you think? Yes? No? What's up? What? Come here. What's this? What? Huh?
I'm good.
Well, come on out here, man. Let's sit out by the fire. Next time I need to get some marshmallows so we can chill out here.
I'm just laughing about that Simon.
About Eric Flowers? Well, see, I was just saying to everybody that tomorrow is Injured Player Day. So we got Eric Berry coming in, who's had the heel issue. And then, of course, we've got... Come on, sit down, man.
Eric Flowers goes
here,
to the
have a
Redskins.
seat. Have a cushion. Okay, have a seat, man. Michael Anthony Fitness here. My AAF professional. He knows everything about the AAF.
That same guy can't get over the Eric Flowers.
Right, Eric Flowers. Washington. Okay, there we go. The Washington Redskins. They signed Eric Flowers.
I don't know what the deal was.
Eric Flowers, a.k.a. Chaz Green. But I was thinking that I ought to show up in Dallas. Since they're taking injured players.
Oh.
What?
No, that's
why I got my knee brace
I'm
on.
not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the Washington Redskins.
Oh, okay. Well,
the dumpster fire that they are.
Well, a lot of our Cowboy fans are, mad that we're not signing people like the Redskins. But I keep saying,
I'm okay not signing a Flowers. I'm okay not signing that guy.
I am too. Well, you saw with Chaz Green. I mean, Eric Flowers. He was a high draft pick, but he just never ever.
Chaz Green was, I think, a second or third round.
Yeah, I think he was a third round pick, but yeah. So that's what you got some videos you're doing tonight. You said.
I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get that Chaz Green. That Flowers one tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for you guys, but we'll see. Here's the thing that you've got to at least feel good about.
At least we're not. I feel good that we're not signing Bones. Like the New York Giants and the Redskins.
Well,
they're signing Bones.
The reality is we actually have a good core group of people, and that's what I don't think our fans seem to understand. My question when we were talking in the shop, I said, okay, look at the Washington Redskins and their talent versus our talent.
But
whose talent would you take?
Ours.
Right. In which case, that means the Redskins, they got to get some more talent to try and compete.
But who's picking up players?
Well, their GM, who should be gone. But see, here's what the Redskins always do is they always try and link everything to the past. That's why they brought Joe Gibbs back to coach. They have Bruce Allen because that is the son of George Allen, who was their great coach. That's what they always do. Oh, well, he was the son of him, so he'll be a great. They haven't done crap. How do you? I mean, not that we have room to talk.
It's been almost 30 years for the Redskins.
Yeah, right. Which is even longer than us. But not that we have room to talk about coach. But Jay Gruden, come on.
We got Will McClay picking our players. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but coach, they didn't even let the coach know that they were signing Landon Collins. How you do that? Bill Parcells said something that was very, very deep. If I'm going to cook the meal, I need to buy the groceries. And he's right about that. If you have a system, and I'm hoping that they're actually going to let Jason Garrett, if this is his swan song.
I think that's the problem with Jason Garrett. They're not letting him be
let him go ahead and sink or swim his way.
I think Jason Garrett's better than the way he's letting him. But see, Jason Garrett. But Jerry Jones has him ringing by the neck. I think a lot of stuff that he's doing is because of Jason Garrett. Jerry Jones.
Could be, but I think the thing is, though, I think Jerry is doing less and less, and Steven's doing more and more. The Cowboys have evolved a lot from where they were.
That's why they let him be him.
But again, the old Cowboys would have gotten Earl Thomas because that's the guy he wanted, or they would have gotten Johnny Manziel. Instead, they've been doing the smarter thing and realizing, oh God, or Paxton Lynch. I mean, there's so many things that we could have done that would have been awful that we didn't. So be thankful that we haven't been doing those things.
Be thankful that person that missed that flight to Denver. If it'll be a Denver right now, we'd be looking for a quarterback.
Amen to that.
We'll be the.
Amen to that. So that's where we are. I'm headed for Dallas tomorrow for my workout. Think they'll let me in? What do you think? Jerry, I'll bring Joe Boo with me. He'll work for Rum.
Rookie minimum.
Yeah, there you go.
That's still good money compared to us. Rookie minimum.
Yeah, I don't have to play. I'm more than happy to be, on the practice squad. I can be a blocking dummy.
Okay,
I got the dummy part down.
I wouldn't go that far because I hated that in college, and I took to play football.
All right, guys.
And in high school.
It's time to turn out the lights. This party's over. I think, I can still get down there. All fours?
Well, I can too, but I don't like getting hit.
I can't get back up, but I can get down there.
I can too, but I don't like getting hit. That's why I quit playing kickball. I like delivering the hits, but I don't like taking them.
All right, guys. It's time to turn out the lights. This party's over. I'll see you guys in the morning. If there's any other news on the Dallas Cowboys, I'll be bringing it to you. Have a great night, and thank you as always.
Is that all? I might say my head.
You might do what?
I'm not sure if I'm